This is the next part of our debridement lab procedure, which is called cross-hatching and scoring. We are going to select that part of the ham hock colored blue on the skin part, which is here. It's like a 25 cent size as required on the procedure. So we use the scalpel number 15, which is this one. Scalpel number 15 is a more pointed scalpel. So you can see that it is the pointed tip there, and you have the smaller curve as differentiated from the number 10 scalpel. So how do we hold this? We hold this a little differently from the first scalpel. With the number 15 scalpel is held like a pencil. It's like easier to hold this because we are imagining holding the scalpel like a pencil. So we're going to rest the handle here on the first web space, and then we're going to put our two opposing fingers here on the serrated part of the scalpel like a pencil, making sure, and we hold it firmly like this. On the other hand, using our non-dominant side, we are again going to stabilize the ham hock. So making sure that our forearms are stabilized and well rested on the edges of the table, we are now going to perform the cross-hatching scoring procedure. So how do we do it? We select this part of the curve. We cross-hatch using that part of the curve, not the tip. So we are going to angle the tip far up away from the patient. We're going to use that curved part. So here we go. We're holding it like a pencil. And then we're going to do parallel lines against the ulcer, the wound. So we are going to cut it like this. Like this. We are first going to check if we made a good cut. How did we make a good cut? We made a good cut if we can see that the depth of our cut shows us a light blue colored surface only. And if we see a wider, deeper area, that is our signal that we have gone beyond the viable tissue. So we are just going to continue this. Hold it like a pencil. Forearm stabilize on the edge of the table. Then the tip are up from the patient, and we go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and another, and another. So we will see again how deep we have made the cuts. So by pulling the skin apart. So there you go. I guess it's a fairly good cut, except for this part. You see this part? I think this is a little deeper because I can see a close to a lighter cut here on this part, but otherwise the other cuts I can see only light blue surfaced cross hatches here. So again, we now make lines perpendicular to those lines we did the first time. So we're going to hold the scalpel again like this, and making sure that we cut on that curved part of the scalpel, making perpendicular cuts here on the blue dyed area. So we do it like this. 1, 2, fine, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There you can see. Let's separate it. I guess this is a good cut. The perpendicular cuts are a better cut because I can see a lighter blue colored cuts here on the surface of the wound, and it is indication that I have a shallow cut needed for the cross-hatching procedure. So alright, now we're done. We're going to move on with the actual debridement process. We're going to select this part of the dyed area of the ham hock, which is the ulcer and the muscle. For this particular part, we're going to use another pair of equipment or tools. We're going to first get our forceps. This forceps, the tally is really small for my hand because I have a big hand. I will try my best to hold it properly, stabilize on my palm area, because this is a more comfortable pattern for me, technique. Like this, against the palm with our pressure here on the index and on the thumb. We're going also to get this our stabilizer. Make sure that our like that. There you go. You're going to get our scissors. Now, in holding the scissors, we have a different technique. We're going to use a 3-point fixation, wherein we are going to use our thumb and our ring finger to put here. Thumb and the ring finger, and the index finger goes here on top of the scissors, like this. Stabilize. So you can see the tips of the scissors, like that. So we are going to cut, and cutting it this away from the main ulcer. So we begin by picking up the skin here and then lifting it up and then cutting on the middle third of the scissor, like that, making sure they put here the snippets. All right, and then grabbing skin again, pinching skin again, then cutting here on the middle third. The tips are again far from the patient, up and away. Put our snippets here, and then and again, like this. You put it here.